So what would you say about elected officials who are actively doxing federal law enforcement agents?
Senator, I'd say that's problematic behavior.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, let's just be a little more specific. The doxing of ICE agents, the doxing of Border Patrol agents that elected members of Congress have engaged in. Do you think that's a norm that ought to be encouraged?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Hotnews Today, the channel where we break down the biggest political moments with zero fluff and 100% real talk. Listen, the clip you're about to see is wild. Senator Josh Hawley absolutely delivers here. They cut right through the noise and force this witness to answer the kind of questions most lawmakers are too afraid to touch, especially when it comes to the dangerous trend of doxing federal law enforcement. The fact that elected officials are openly putting ICE agents, Border Patrol agents, and even local police in harm's way, it's insane. And Hawley comes in and says what a lot of Americans are thinking. This is wrong, and it has to stop. You're about to watch a moment that exposes just how reckless some members of Congress have become and how badly we need people willing to confront it head-on. Before we roll the clip, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because here at Hot News Today, we break down the stories others won't touch. All right, let's get into it.
I wasn't quite clear from your answer to him. You're anti-doxing or pro-doxing?
Anti-doxing, Senator.
So, and you were talking about norms, that we're struggling with norms now around the internet and what is public and what not. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, Senator.
So what would you say about elected officials who are actively doxing federal law enforcement agents?
Senator, I'd say that's problematic behavior.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. Well, let's just be a little more specific. The doxing of ICE agents, the doxing of Border Patrol agents that elected members of Congress have engaged in. Do you think that's a norm that ought to be encouraged?
No, Senator.
Would you condemn it here today?
I condemn anti-democratic behavior that puts individuals at risk when there are alternatives.
Well, I'm sorry, what does that mean? Does that mean no, not really, or what? You're saying it's wrong to dox these people or not?
Yes, Senator, I'm saying it's wrong to dox individuals instead of using normal order, policy debates, civil discourse, voting to address differences in a democracy.
Good. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to hear to say that. I think that's important. And I think that your point about norms is well taken. But I've been shocked just on the doxing question. I've been absolutely shocked to see elected members of this body and of the House of Representatives actively advocating for the doxing of federal law enforcement officers and then doing it. Some of them posting information about ICE agents, trying to post their pictures online, trying to post where they live online. I mean, that's unbelievable. And I don't want that to happen to anybody. Judges, sure, but let's start with our federal law enforcement who are out there doing a terrific job and literally putting their lives on the line. I think of our brave police officers, there's some in this room here who currently are not getting paid, by the way. It's the idea that these folks would be doxxed is, I think, just unbelievable. I would plead with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle to stop this.
Wow, just wow. After watching that full exchange, I've got even more respect for Senator Josh Hawley. This is exactly the kind of leadership we need in moments like this. Let's talk about what just happened. The witness tried to dance around the issue at first, giving these vague, academic answers about norms and alternatives. But Hawley wasn't having it. They kept the pressure on, firm, direct, and absolutely justified. Because this isn't some theoretical debate. This is about real federal agents who have their faces, addresses, and families thrown online like targets. And what does Hawley do? They make the witness say it plainly. Doxing these people is wrong. Doxing Border Patrol is wrong. Doxing ICE agents is wrong. That shouldn't even be controversial, but apparently, in Washington today, it is. And Hawley's outrage? Completely justified. Think about it. While these agents are out risking their lives, some members of Congress, people elected to protect the country, are turning them into political punching bags and putting them in danger. Posting their photos? Posting where they live. That's not activism. That's malicious. That's reckless. That's anti-democratic. And Hawley hits the point perfectly. This should never happen to anyone. Not judges, not police, not law enforcement of any kind. The fact that a sitting senator has to spell this out shows how far the standards of this country have fallen. But here's the part that really stands out. Hawley isn't yelling, not grandstanding. Just calmly, forcefully demanding clarity and accountability. They walk the witness step by step until the truth comes out. That's real oversight. That's real governance. And honestly, more lawmakers should follow that example. Because if Congress won't stand up for the people protecting our borders, enforcing our laws, and keeping this country safe, who will? Senator Josh Hawley showed exactly what principled leadership looks like today. And that's why this moment matters. If you agree with this breakdown, drop a comment below. Tell me what shocked you most about this exchange, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more reactions right here on Hot News Today. Fire see you in the next one.